Okay, tropical update here on a Friday. We've got a spot in the Gulf that's now becoming likely to develop over the weekend and early next week. So I'm going to give you a complete update on that. First of all, September 10th is the statistical peak. We've been dropping off since then, but notice how the month of October we kind of have this secondary peak, so things can get busy in October, and they are actually quite busy out there right now. Names list, we're more than halfway through. We've got Kirk and Leslie out there in the open Atlantic right now. In the Gulf, Milton is the next name on the list, and I think it's likely now that it becomes a Tropical Storm Milton, maybe a Cat 1 Hurricane Milton in the Gulf as we head through the weekend and early next week. Big picture, first of all, out in the open Atlantic, Kirk, a Cat 4 now, will rapidly move into the North Atlantic and weaken as it heads toward Europe. And then Leslie will become a Cat 1 following Kirk's footsteps. Neither of those threaten the United States. There's another spot near the Cape Verde Islands that has a 20% chance for development. But what's on the front burner here in Houston and the Gulf is this area. We've been watching it all week long, but now Hurricane Center says it's a 70% chance that we do see this develop into a named system as we head through the weekend and into early next week. However, for Houston and the west side of the Gulf of Mexico, it looks like we will only see minimal impacts here, as what is going to develop here is most likely going to be moving toward Florida. So Florida residents, get ready. You've had rain the past week, and you're going to see a whole lot more of it as that system develops and heads your way. Computer model, this is the Euro, but it's representative of the Canadian and the American model. We go into Sunday. So notice how by Sunday we've got this closed low. Maybe it's a tropical depression at that point. It's not very compact, but it's getting its act together here by Sunday afternoon. What that does as the circulation becomes a little more organized is it pulls the rain toward it, and we end up getting more dry air coming in on a northeasterly flow in Houston. So our rain chances here are only slight on Saturday and about 0 on Sunday, even though we've got a system developing here in the Gulf. Now, watch how this moves to the east and takes all this rain with it over toward Florida. There's the system getting better organized. You can see it's more compact now. Maybe a tropical storm, maybe a Cat 1 hurricane as it heads toward Florida as we head into Tuesday night and Wednesday. So this overall will be a rainmaker for Florida, but also dangerous surf and seas, and maybe some strong tropical storm or Cat 1 hurricane winds. On the backside of that circulation, Houston, Galveston, we get this northerly flow, and what that is going to do is bring in a slug of much drier air for the middle of the week. And what that means for Houston and the west side of the Gulf of Mexico is that we dry out. Now, we're still humid with lows in the low 70s through Sunday, Monday, even into Tuesday. But by Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, the result of that circulation is that we get cooler air in the morning because the humidity is going to drop. That's where we stand with the tropics in the Gulf as we head into the weekend. Make sure you're watching the weather once a day over the weekend in case things start to change, and we'll keep you posted as we move through what is a busy start to October in the tropics.